Chelsea, why don't you think about moving out soon?
Brenda, what is up all of a sudden?
I walked by your apartment a while ago, and I felt sorry for Natalie living in that small apartment.
I see. I've been considering moving to a house at some point too. But since Natalie is still small, I think it might be better to wait a little longer before building our own home.
That's not good. Your child should be raised in a spacious house. Plus, isn't your current place just too cramped for the three of you?
So far, we're not planning on having a second child.
That's not what I mean.
What?
Never mind. If you're considering moving, just go ahead and build a house already. James works for an elite company. You're not struggling with money, right?
Well, yes.
You're lucky you got to marry him. In today's world, there are more families with both working parents. You can stay at home all the time.
I work too.
Huh? Aren't you a stay-at-home wife?
I believe I've explained this before. I work from home.
Oh, I see. But you're probably not earning as much as my son, right? Working on those little side jobs at home isn't going to bring in much. It's almost like you're being supported financially. Hey, maybe lay off acting all high and mighty just because of a little side hustle. It's kind of disrespectful to my son, who's busting his butt out there, you know?
Huh.
Anyway, you should move out to a bigger place for the sake of your child. Do you want me to talk to James about it?
Oh no, that's fine. We'll decide about the house together.
I can't let that happen. I can't stand to see my son's family living in a place so small like a doghouse. As a mother, I can't just let that slide.
A doghouse is a bit exaggerating.
If you don't want it to be called like that, then build your own house.
I don't get why you do insist on us moving. I'll talk to my husband about it.
Chelsea, I heard the news. You bought a mansion, huh? You moved in without even telling me. Why didn't you tell me about it?
I'm sorry, Brenda. I've been swamped with work and haven't had a chance to reach out. Plus, the house is a mess. I wanted to wait until things settle down before getting in touch.
Oh dear, you sure talk big for someone who doesn't do much work themselves. James is supposed to be busier than you, but he managed to contact me just fine.
I see.
I'm impressed, by the way. You guys listened to me. You built a big house.
Yes, we did. I thought it was a bit soon, but we had some money saved up, so we decided to take the plunge and build.
You should thank James. He's been working hard to provide and build a big house. He's an excellent son, and I'm very proud of him.
No,
So, I'm thinking I'd like to pay a quick visit to your new house. Can I come tomorrow?
I'm afraid tomorrow might not work. As I mentioned earlier, work has been really hectic. And we haven't finished unpacking. I'd feel bad having you over while everything's still a mess. Can you reschedule once we're all settled?
What are you talking about? You're home all day. It won't take you long to clean up.
I've told you many times. I'm at home, but I'm working.
You know what? You talk about work too much. Aren't you just making work as an excuse so you can get away from doing house chores? That's just not being a good wife. What's the point of getting married?
Even if you say so.
Why don't you just quit your job?
Huh?
If you have time for a job that seems like a hobby, why don't you focus on being a housewife?
I'm earning money, and I just can't quit like that.
How can you say that when you don't make much money?
I have a good income.
Anyway, I really want to see the new house as soon as possible. I don't care if you're working or not. I'll go tomorrow.
That's absurd.
Don't worry. Don't mind me. We're family. I can help myself and make tea or something if you're too busy.
That's not what it is.
If I keep worrying about your schedule, I'll never be able to visit. So I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Wait. Brenda, you can't just come over.
Wow, impressive. I had no idea it was going to be this big. With a train station and the supermarket nearby, this is a good location.
I'm glad you like it. Work got pretty backed up though.
Oh, are you saying I'm interrupting you from work? You're just playing with your computer.
I'm not playing. Never mind.
I'm relieved. With this much space, it should be no problem for a family of 4 to live comfortably.
Oh, 4 people?
I'll live with you.
What?
What are you so surprised about? Did you seriously intend to live in such a big house with just the 3 of you? Having extra rooms would be such a waste.
Oh no, that's not the case at all. We need a living room where the family can gather, separate rooms for the kids, a master bedroom for us. And of course, we each need our own workspace.
Working space for each?
Yes.
Wait, are you going to have your own workroom too?
I basically work from home.
Oh, look at you. You're a spoiled housewife, huh?
Huh?
I'll just use your room.
Where am I going to work then?
You're just on your computer anyways. So the living room is enough.
I can't work in the living room.
Can't you just move around with your laptop?
No, I have meetings online. I can't have you deciding on moving in with us without our consent.
James wants me to live with him.
Huh?
He didn't tell you?
No.
Well, that's understandable. You've been too busy with your work. You don't even have time to talk with your husband.
I don't think my work has anything to do with it.
James thinks the same way. He thinks it'll be great if I could help with the house chores. Poor thing. He's working hard and always tired from work. I can't believe you don't take good care of him. That's why I'm moving in. I'll take care of my son for you. It's beneficial for you too. I can help you with the house chores. I can take care of Natalie too. I mean, I can't leave you with the important task of raising my grandchild. I don't want them to grow up with a mother who doesn't take care of their father. That's not a good example.
Please leave Natalie alone. I'm her mother.
Anyway, I'm going to go back and pack my things now. Make sure you leave my room empty. I wouldn't let you have a room for yourself.
That's absurd. I can't have you living here. Please reconsider.
Why should I listen to you? It's okay because my son said so.
He didn't say anything about you moving here. This is my house too.
Hey, you do know where you stand, right? You're just the wife and I'm the mother-in-law. So just shut up and listen to me.
How can you say such horrible things? James doesn't even act like a husband.
I can't believe you're blaming James for this.
We both work. He doesn't help me with the house. I do everything by myself. Also,
it's your job as a wife. I've done everything for my husband since we got married. If I can do it, why can't you?
You can't compare me to you.
Are you looking down on me because I'm a stay-at-home wife?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that I work and earn money too. I just want a little help from my husband, that's all.
I see. Now I know well how useless you are as a wife.
Useless?
I've spoiled you enough. You should be grateful you get to live with me. I'm going to give you a hard time teaching you how to be a wife. Chelsea, I just sent over my stuff. Of course you left my room open, right? I feel so happy. I've been alone and lonely since my husband passed away. But I'm looking forward to living with my son and his family. I'm so excited about it.
Brenda, you really sent your stuff over?
Yes. The movers are on their way.
Why would you do such thing?
What? I already told you about it.
You and James discussed it without including me.
So? James agreed to it. I don't see what's the problem. James built that house. Even my son is looking forward to me moving in.
Let me tell you something. We won't live in that house.
Huh? What do you mean?
That house we built? We're moving out there soon.
What nonsense are you talking about? Oh, I get it. You mean you're moving out there, right? Because you don't want to live with me. You're planning to move out and leave your family. That's fine, but you have to leave Natalie. I'll raise her to be respectful and a responsible child. I'll never let a mother like you see her again.
I'm sorry, Brenda.
What?
I left with Natalie. We will never go back to that house again.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't know anything?
Huh?
James had an affair.
An affair? No way! That's impossible!
After we moved, I was cleaning up his stuff. Then, I found a receipt in one of his boxes. It was from a hotel. James rarely goes on a business trip, and I thought it was strange, so I confronted him.
What?
He calmly confessed about having an affair. He was having an affair with a girl who works at the bar he always goes to.
Are you serious?
I knew something was wrong the moment we started building the house. He started coming home late, saying he worked overtime. And when I found out, he probably felt relieved. You know what he said to me? He said, "I'm going to move in with her, and you have to get out of my house."
Oh, but it's probably your fault. He neglected you because you're too busy with work. You didn't do your job as a wife. No wonder he gave up on you. You should give up on him too. I guess you have no choice but to leave.
Oh no, he's not the smartest, you know?
Are you saying he's stupid? Don't you dare talk about my son like that.
How can he ask me to leave if it's not his house?
What are you talking about? It's his house.
Brenda, I think you're misunderstanding something here. I was the one who paid for everything. He never paid a single penny.
Enough with the jokes. How can you afford it? You don't even have income.
So you think being a basic office worker at an elite company brings in money? Do you think you can afford to build a big house? Also, James is only in his 30s.
But James has been working hard and always stays out late at work. If he wanted to, he could afford to build a mansion.
It's impossible.
What?
He doesn't get paid as much as you think.
No way.
If he really was working late, he would have received overtime pay, right? But instead, he was lying about work and meeting up with his affair partner.
Are you saying you're making more money than James?
Yes.
But you're just playing with your computer.
I run a company.
You're kidding.
I told you about this before. I guess you don't remember. After graduating from college, instead of finding a job, I started my online shop. I outsource inventory management and product shipping. So basically, I can work with just one computer.
I see. I thought James paid for everything.
Too bad, huh?
At this point, I don't care who paid for it. I'm moving in with James and Natalie. So if you want to go, please go.
Well, it should be you and James who are leaving.
Huh?
James wanted to drive me out of the house, so he invited you to move in.
What are you talking about? I'm lost.
He knew I didn't want to live with you. By having you move in, he thought I'd be too afraid to stay because of your bullying. He thought that if he did that, he would have the house to himself. So he kept nagging about living together.
Wasn't it because he wanted me to help out with the house?
That's just his excuse. He used you to take the house away from me. But he's really not the smartest. I bought the house and it's under my name. Even if I leave, it won't become James's house. I'm pretty sure his plan was to kick you out after I move out. Sorry to break the news.
That's not true.
I left the house like he wanted. Since I have no intention of going back to that house, I decided to sell it.
Sell it? But you just built it.
Sad, right? I wanted to believe that his cheating was all in my head. But I've come to terms with it now, and I have no regrets. I'm divorcing James.
What? Divorce?
Having your wife pay to build a house and then cheating on her like it's nothing. And on top of that, letting his mother live with us without my permission. I don't need him. So I'll divorce him and sell the house.
I don't care what you say. What should I do?
That's not my problem. It was your idea to move in without my permission anyways. I guess you have no choice but to move back to your own house.
I don't have a home to go back to.
Huh?
I thought I was going to move in with you. So I decided to tear down the old house I'm living in. I've already hired someone to do it.
That's ridiculous. I never wanted to live with you.
There's nothing I can do about it. James said he'd live with me. I didn't know it was going to be under your name.
I see. Then you can live in my house for a little while. But you have to leave by the end of this month.
By the end of this month?
Yes, I already have a buyer lined up. Since it's a new house and in a good location, it was easy to find one.
No way. Chelsea, will you reconsider the divorce?
Hell no. I thought about it for the sake of my daughter. But then I realized I don't want her to grow up with a sloppy father like James. He is a scumbag who cheated on me and tried to take over my house.
I'll talk to James.
No, thank you. I am so over him. I can't stand him.
Don't decide everything on your own.
If you're not okay with that, feel free to take legal action.
Wait a minute. Please forgive my son.
I'm sorry, you have a stupid son.
I'm a victim too, you know. I've been deceived by my son. Please, help me. You're the only one I can rely on.
No way. You were trying to get rid of me too. You told me to leave my daughter and go.
I said those words in the heat of the moment. Please, I'm begging you, help me.
I refuse.
Chelsea?
I'll be filing for divorce and seeking compensation from James. As for the house, I've left everything to the realtors. So I don't think you'll be seeing me anymore.
So, this is it?
Please don't contact me again.
You're kidding, right?
Goodbye.
Brenda, wait! Help me!
After that, our divorce was successfully finalized. My ex-husband moved into an apartment with his lover. And of course, my ex-mother-in-law, who had nowhere to go, moved into the apartment. It seems the three of them have been forced into a miserable life. My ex-mother-in-law was unemployed. James's partner quit her job since they started dating. So he was left alone to support both of them. And since I was demanding alimony and child support, he couldn't afford to pay for their rent. They moved to a smaller apartment with shared bathrooms. That miserable life stressed him out. They both seemed to fight every day. As for me, I sold my house and used that money to buy a cozy house. I'm still working from home at my own pace, while enjoying my life with my lovely daughter.